So I think one of the biggest pieces of this story is a lot of people trusted Sam, and a lot of people were wrong about Sam. A lot of people were duped. I think myself and you included, not fully trusting Sam, not ever trusting fully a centralized exchange, but to think that FTX could just evaporate, that they were like gambling away their depositors' money, that was unthinkable to me. This is a tweet thread from some of the people that were sticking up for FTX and SBF in the beginning. And there was a lot of this chatter as the rumors persisted that, hey, maybe something's going on at FTX and Alameda. You should look into it. This is somebody, an account, austerity sucks. I don't delete tweets, so I'm not going to delete this. Even as people laugh and troll and mock me, yes, I was wrong. The tweet stays up. Kudos for keeping the tweet up. But on November 6th, this was the tweet that the poster posted. Imagine thinking Alameda is the next Three Arrows Capital. A side effect of the increased counterparty due diligence process, he goes on. Anyway, it was this conversation like, they're not going to go Three Arrows Capital. Everything's fine. It's Alameda.
They're fine. They're so responsible.
Yeah. I mean, look at Sam. He's like the pinnacle of responsible exchange operator. He's kind of a younger, faster moving Brian Armstrong. This is actually from some of the employees that respond to this thread. And this is an employee named Zane Tackett. Many people internally and externally were fooled. I'll leave my tweets up as well and take all the heat I deserve for defending something I didn't have all the details on. Somebody says, I can't believe this is real, Zane. You're not the only one, man. But in a state of complete shock, he goes on to say, I don't want to speak for others. Remember, this is an employee of FTX. I don't want to speak for others, but just complete disbelief and feelings of betrayal. What bothers me the most is that I went out and defended FTX and Sam in public, said the news was FUD, we're fine, when they knew that wasn't true, and they didn't have the decency to warn me. Employees as well, feeling betrayed by this. What do we do about this, David? I mean, I guess I have kind of two questions for you. It's like, first, how long do you think this is going to take to recover? I mean, this is clearly a wound in the crypto industry. And then I want to ask you where we go from here. But time to recovery. How long is it going to take this one to heal? I mean, we've had wounds in the past. We've definitely had damage before. This isn't the first time. But how about this? How long will it take for us to get out of this one?
How long is it going to take to forget the name FTX?
Oh, I don't think we're ever going to forget the name FTX.
For normies to forget the name FTX.
I think it's going to be a Mt. Gox. But yes, I guess Mt. Gox is kind of faded, except for the crypto historians who bring it up.
Right. I mean, yeah. We're going to be living with this for a while.
I think my take is years, David.
Years.
Yeah, I think it's years. And I'll say it again. I don't think any single individual has ever done more damage to crypto than SBF. I mean, it's things like as far as total crypto market cap, we lost more in Mt. Gox than we did in FTX, okay? But there's something different about this. And the difference is Mt. Gox was not taken seriously by anybody.
Right.
Like crypto was in its
infancy, and the token distribution of Bitcoin at the time was still so much more more concentrated. Mt. Gox had like 6.5% of all Bitcoins. It was a joke
of an exchange,
It was Magic the Gathering exchange. That's the name.
Yes.
And the Mark Karpelès was Mark Karpelès. He was kind of like this neckbeard guy. He wasn't going to Congress to testify for regulation, rubbing shoulders with Gary Gensler.
100%. So the thing that will take a long time to recover, and I'm not necessarily saying actually markets, David. I don't necessarily think it'll take 2 to 3 years for markets to recover. I'm just talking about the black state. Like I'm just talking about the legitimacy recovery.
Right.
The Ontario Pension Fund was an investor in FTX, one of the first pension funds to do things in crypto, right? When's the next time a pension fund is going to do this?
Right.
When's the next time a senator is going to take a meeting with somebody in the crypto industry?
Right.
They're distancing themselves from it.
Right.
How much?
We have like just such a smaller foundation to stand on.
Yeah.
We have made like the work for people like Brian Armstrong and Jake Chervinsky and people who we need to have trust. We have made their jobs 10 times harder as a result of this.
Totally, dude. I can't. I feel like we're coming in the night after a crazy house party, right? And like the kids have been super irresponsible. This is Ryan the dad, I guess, coming out. The kids have been super irresponsible. Like there's furniture broken, computers stolen. Like,
dude, there are kids who drove home drunk and crashed and died.
That's what it is. You know, it's even worse than that. And the cops are, you know, showing up, and then we have to pick up the pieces in our community for like, and why? And like, why did this happen? I mean, FTX was a fantastic exchange.
It was a good product.
Like, it worked. You had a product.
Was good.
You had a product market fit, but you had to run a hedge fund.
You had to run it as a fucking Ponzi scheme, dude.
So where do we go from here is the next question. Like, how do we actually start recovering? I mean, here's the thing. Here's the story about 2022 is it's just a story of this keeps happening. Yeah. And if it was just one thing, if it was just FTX, you know, that would be one thing. But no, we had Throwback Capital, but I mean, before that we had Do Kwon, totally wrecked Celsius. And then I saw you tweet this out, by the way. Okay, answer me this. Throwback Capital liquidated, Alameda liquidated, FTX insolvent, then who made the money and who shows up? Richard freaking Hart goes, hi there, I made all the money. Okay? This dude is a scammer. He runs he's got a coin called Pulse. He's preying on people, making tons of money, and he's actively scamming. And I feel like our industry is still full of people like this. For every Vitalik, for every Brian Armstrong, for every Hayden Adams or Stani from Aave, we have like 100 Richard Harts. And that just sucks. So what do we do about this? How do we move forward?
I got nothing, man.
How are you feeling about this, David?
It's like we have these like super awesome foundations, and just like they just keep on enabling the worst.
Do you think that
like it's hard to justify what the hell we're doing here, man?
Do you think this is a layer 0 problem? Is it a problem with kind of the social layer?
It's like if we'll make these super cool applications and then scammers just can leverage them better. It's like we're running out of ways to explain it to normies.
So when someone asks you about crypto after this week, do you have a different answer for them about why it's important?
I don't even want to talk about it.
I mean, I think you're like reflecting how a lot of people feel right now. We've really just been brutalized by this.
To continue leveling up your crypto game, then you need to get on the Bankless newsletter. It's the world's most popular crypto email and is completely free. Just click below to sign up.